Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Ohio State's offense will be first on the attack. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking to fire. It's complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Little touch pass to the receiver.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Looking to throw again. Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They've put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on second down. Right on the money. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most, and with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. It's complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of it.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run, and so
breaks into the open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Toss to the outside. He's in open space downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finds a little space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this boom game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. The quick out. Turning it on. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Unloads quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Touch pass on the run. Finding an escape route. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Makes one man miss. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's Larson. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Terrapins decide to punt it away.
Number 17 on to punt it away.
He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fakes to grab. At the 35, he's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
With the run on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And the Terrapins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Caught. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Got it in the middle. It's Melton.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Leaves it with the back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Knocked out way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Takes a hit as he fires. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Catches it at the 30. Makes a move. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Stonewalled Again, no gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Larson. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Hard running there. Past the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's go. 2nd down.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're
into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wells. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Albright. Fouls through the defense. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Red pass, it's complete. There he goes. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Middle Tennessee is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
Good job by the... unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Makes the catch, it's 12. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Breaks into the open. Runs through the tackle. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Works the middle of the field. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
set to kick this one away.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Trying to take it back. He's a touchdown Buckeyes. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Wells. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
Fires one high and deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse